Other than that, still playing a lot of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Not much to report. The Underground, I'm doing a lot of that, and I've been exploring a lot of the bigger caves where you can catch Pokemon, and it's cool. Not really much else to say about it. I'm disappointed in the hideouts, though. I had mentioned that you can't bury your shards anymore. I'm over that, but the hideouts are just used to generate certain types of Pokemon in little areas where you can catch them. Mm-hmm. You get these statues often of different types of Pokemon, and if you put a statue in your hideout, the first one you place, its type. So say if you put a statue of Pikachu, then your type will be electric. No matter what other Pokemon you place, it'll be electric. Right. And you can only strengthen it by putting other electric statues. If you put a rock statue, it does nothing. That just means that more electric Pokemon are likely to show up in those areas where you can catch them. Right. But I remember in the original game, this is what I was kind of low-key excited about. It was more cosmetic. You could put up posters and furniture and little like toys or gadgets. Like you could really make it a proper hideout, like that a kid would love to hang out and that you could show off to your friends. Mm-hmm. It was more like Animal Crossing-esque. I mean, not obviously that robust, but it felt more like a kid's secret hideout. This is just a statue dungeon to stack odds for what Pokemon you're going to find. And so far, that's it. And that sucks. That really sucks.
I've pretty much established that Pokemon is just obviously not for me anymore because, I mean...
You're kind of over it.
Oh, yeah, I'm old.
Until Arceus?
It's not a... I don't even think that's going to be for me.
Really?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's...
Well, I'll fall on that sword because I'm interested, so I think I am going to pick up Arceus early. I'll let you know whether or not I think that you would be into it just based off of what you're over and what, brought you to the yard in the first place, if that makes sense.
Like, I need Pokemon to get back into it. I need Pokemon to have, like, an actual good story.
You know the last good story from Pokemon, arguably, in my opinion? Black and White.
2?
Yeah. Oh. Well, yeah, 1 and 2. Because they kind of go into each other.
Right.
2, I think, was better, but only because it had all the build-up from 1. But yeah, Black and White, 1 and 2.
And those decent. Don't feel like that long ago, but they're literally like
they were the last
ago.
Yeah, that was Generation 5, and they were the last Pokemon games released for the regular DS before it moved to 3DS. So that would have been just prior to X and Y.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow, they're old.
Yeah, Pokemon. There's over 1,000 Pokemon now if you count all the different variants and everything.
Yikes.
Insane. I can't remember them all anymore.
Yeah.
I think once Generation 4 came around, that was the last time I finished my Pokédex, and after that I just couldn't remember them all anymore.
Yeah, so. And then there's the, sorry, I keep talking about it, but then there's the thing that there are so many Pokemon, when I go into playing it, like I have to literally look up, what does this evolve into? Is this worth my time training?
Yeah, and some of the evolution tricks, especially like in Sword and Shield recently, they're kind of wacky. Like you have to level up while traveling under this particular rock. Something stupid.
Yeah.
And that's like brand new from a pre-existing Pokemon that they changed the evolution. Yeah. When you have to bust out a guide while you play a game, I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, sometimes it can work out in your favor, but when it comes to like it not being intuitive or you can't find it in the game itself, that's annoying.
Yeah.
So I agree with you there. It needs some major overhaul and iteration. I'm still with it. I have to admit I'm enjoying myself playing it, but
that's good.
I mean, I think it's mainly just nostalgia,
Yeah.
I went through and did the Nuzlocke earlier this year, and it's just fun to see kind of the parallel between that and this one. And it just feels faster because it's got all the modern iterations of leveling up and things. It's still way too slow. A big complaint I have about Pokemon that I hope they can eventually get over is the pedigree of, okay, you get into a battle, the Pokemon pan around the Pokemon that you find, or that comes, if it's a trainer battle, then you got to wait for the trainer to throw the Pokemon out. It comes out, and then you come out. And if there's a weather effect, it has to go, it's raining. The rain continues to fall. So that's 2 frames, right? And then if the opponent Pokemon or you have an ability that immediately like lowers a stat, then it's like Gyarados' Intimidate lowers your attack. We still haven't got to play yet, right?
Right.
And then in this game and some of the more modern iterations, when the friendship is up really high, then it has to go, Infernape is bouncing around and wants to do well in this battle for you.
Seems like you're really good friends.
Yeah, so you have to
should
wait
go
for that.
drinks after this.
Exactly. And you still haven't got to even select your first attack. And then boom, now you're ready to do your first attack. So you select your attack, and then it's like Infernape used slash, and then you see the animation, and then it was super effective. Geodude hung on using Endure. Geodude used his move. It did this.
Yeah.
It's so slow. It's so slow. Especially after playing something like Tales of Arise. There's so much that happens in those battles, but I feel like they last, on average, as long or much quicker than a Pokemon battle, if you can believe it. For all that crazy shit going on, it's just insane to me. So I agree with you. Like, they're in desperate, dire need of iteration, but obviously they outsold, I think, Sword and Shield, the remakes. Yeah, people still love the shit out of Pokemon, and I get it, because this is a remake of a lot of people's first Pokemon. Think about how long ago it came out. So they're just riding on nostalgia. They'll just keep doing these remasters every so often, and then the kids who, that was their first Pokemon game, they're going to come back and they're going to buy it up, no matter how lazy or half-assed it is.
If they do a Switch Gold and Silver, then I'm in.
I'm
absolutely in on
Me
that.
too.
Because I'm like, okay, I know that Cyndaquil evolves into Quilava, evolves into Typhlosion, Pupitar into Tyranitar, Larvitar. Like, I know that.
And it could even be iteration in the reverse. I loved how simple and clean, to coin a phrase.
The way that making me feel tonight.
I knew that was going to get you to do that.
Yeah.
But no, I loved how simple and clean Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee was. They took away the natures and a lot of the extra bullshit. It was just basic, simple Pokemon. And it was just riding off of the basicness of the original games. And just like this one, it's tile for tile, but it was 3D. And they kind of made catching Pokemon more streamlined. And it felt easier and better, and something that you could play with someone who doesn't play Pokemon very often. Like the whole co-op aspect. There was enough iteration there, even though some would argue it was dumbed down, that it felt really fresh.
Right.
And I would love to see something like that here, or like you said, with a Gold and Silver remake. So that's Pokemon for you.